What's up, y'all? This is Franchise Play, and I got an episode of Throwback Thursday, and we're going to wrestling WWE All-Stars. Now, a lot of people, you might not remember this. It came out in 2011. If you're a wrestling video game fan, you probably do. It came out in 2011. It's an arcade game for sure, so it's not like meant to be on par with like WWE 13 or WWE 2K14, anything like that. This is straight like cartoonish, but it has some really cool qualities. But first, let's look at some of the wrestlers that was available. I had pretty much everybody. See, Honky Tonk Man, Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Hawk, Animal the Road Warriors, Jerry the King Lawler, Michael P.S. Hayes, Big Boss Man, Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, and R-Truth. Those were actually DLC guys, so I got all of those guys. Then I had some created guys. Now these are gonna be really pretty crazy. Me and my son actually created this. Big Sammy, don't ask me, I don't know. KLL. Now see, and you see some of these other names. Kimich Pierre Guns. The ones that you see with real names, I created those. Keep in mind, this came out about 3 years ago. My son was like 2, 3, something like, so he couldn't really spell right. You know, I made Mike Tyson. He couldn't really spell. Some of the names that he gave these people, look at that. Now, Kofi Savo, he knew about Kofi Kingston, but what in the world is that on his head? He looked like he got a half car battery and a half bonnet on his head. I don't know. A car battery bonnet. I don't know what was going on. My son, I took him for counseling after this happened because I said something's got to be wrong with this boy. But there it is. This first match I'm going to show you, or the only match I'm going to show you, Mark Henry against John Morrison. Now, let me tell you about some of the stuff I really liked on this, with this, just more or less with the controls. Because with wrestling games, for me, this is the key. The best thing you can do for a wrestling game is to have simple controls, but to have complex options, customization stuff. So you want the controls the way you play. You want it to be simple, cool, free-flowing, that whole thing. For me personally, WWE Superstars had awesome gameplay. It was the most like the old WCW, NWO Revenge, the old WWF, WrestleMania 2000, the No Mercy, all of those old games that were made back on like Nintendo 64 that we had to, like, really had the really awesome gameplay. This game played the most like that in terms of just a straight up gameplay. Now, of course, you could tweak things because you're going to see some of the moves are like super fantastic, but it works for what it is. But you know, you'll see some of the moves are like really out there, but they're super dope in their own way. You can tone all that down, you know, and be able to still do this on a more traditional wrestling game. That right there is something that I love. Now, yeah, it's hard to throw somebody inside the ring, but you can't do that in WWE 2K14. You can't throw a guy inside the ring, nor can you take him and throw him from inside the ring, like out of the ring, unless it's a, you know, power Irish whip over the top rope if you have the hammer throw, or if you get him on the apron and then throw him out, you know, throw him out that way or push him out that way. You need to be able to like do a military press over your head and throw a dude over the top rope or something like that. Just smack him in the face and then the guy go flying over the top rope. It happens. You know what I'm saying? In wrestling, it happens. They pull that sometimes. But look at this. Body slams. You know, I think just the grappling overall is what was a little bit better in this game than in some of the other WWE games. We'll see what's going to happen, though. I'm real eager to find out what 2K is going to do on its first WWE game on next gen. Hasn't been officially announced, but you got to believe that, you know, come October, November, we'll see WWE 2K15. And it's going to actually have, you know, it's going to be next gen, souped up graphics. Hopefully we see some other stuff. I actually got an idea, you know, a couple ideas for the way I think that, you know, it should actually come, you know, the new WWE game should be. I'm going to actually do like a whole wish list, though, because I've been fortunate enough. I talked to a lot of the guys that work on WWE, and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna actually put together a wish list, and I'm gonna forward it over to, you know, the guys that I know with WWE, well, with 2K Sports. And one of the only ones I know, I believe, that's still working on the project is Brian Williams, because Aubrey Citizen is gone, and so is Corey Ledesma. So it's you know, Brian's the only one that I know that's still working there. But I know actually a couple other guys in the like the marketing department. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to get it to some people, you know, that maybe we'll be able to take a look at it. Maybe it's not too late in the project, you know. But look at this. You got weapons, a couple things I think that were really cool in this. But nothing's cool as a souped up World's Strongest Slam from Mark Henry. Mark Henry is my favorite wrestler right now. That's my dog. I didn't like the fact that they made him job to Brock Lesnar and get his arm broke, and you know, kayfabe arm broke. I didn't like it, but you know what? I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? So that is gonna be this episode of Throwback Thursday, WWE Superstars, made in 2011. Y'all subscribe, follow, peace.